No matter how you look at this situation, the Minnesota Vikings are now 5-0, man. We remain undefeated in London. We're 4-0 when it comes to London games. Shout out to the Minnesota Vikings yesterday. Listen, I know it was ugly, bruh. It was ugly. We know that. All right, Sam Darnold didn't have a great game. 14 for 31, 179 yards, and one interception. No touchdowns. Shout out Justin Jefferson. There was a call or two that I seen as far as the pass interferences that I was like, it was a little weak, but as a Vikings fan, I'll take it. You feel me? Because we're used to having the refs play against us. So for them to be on our side for once, it felt actually good. You know what I mean? I ain't going to lie to you. It felt good. Nick Mullins, 1 for 1 for 24 yards, man. 100% completion percentage, dog. But show, nah, for real though, man. Shout out Nick Mullins having to step in. When Sam Darnold took that hit, first thing that popped in my mind was bruised ribs, cracked ribs, something in the ribs for sure. And yes, I figured the adrenaline would be able to push him through to be able to finish out the game yesterday. But today he's probably in some pain. But we got plenty time for him to get right. Speaking of injuries, man, let's talk about our boy Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones only had 7 carries for 29 yards, 4.1 yards per carry. He was out fairly quickly, and it showed, man. Let's just give Aaron Jones his flowers. It shows how important he is to this football team because the minute that he wasn't there, we saw the offense kind of get flat, right? Like the offense got flat. And even after that hit of Sam Darnold, it just didn't seem like he was stepping into his throws like he should be and things like that. I mean, this was a rough, gritty game, man, believe it or not. Even though we went up 17-0, and then right before half, we allowed the Jets to score a touchdown. We went into halftime 17-7. This still was a gritty game, man. This game was, semi-hard hitting, man. Those guys were out there flying around, and there was just a lot going on. You saw what we did to Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers, we might have made him quit, bro. We might have made Aaron Rodgers really think about why he's playing in the NFL at the age he is. I think he's definitely probably considered that on the plane ride back from London to New York, bro. Like he had to have. But again, man, this game, Justin Jefferson still had 6 receptions for 92 yards, which was crazy when I looked at it because I'm like, it didn't seem like he did much. There was a lot more penalties than anything when it came to pass interference. They couldn't hold him. Sauce Gardner, Reed, they just couldn't stick with Justin Jefferson without having to grab him. Again, there was a couple of them that I do give those guys some credit. It was kind of ticky-tacky, you feel me? But again, oh well, we'll take it, man. Jordan Addison, 3 receptions for 36 yards. Johnny Munt, 2 receptions for 31 yards. And then Aaron Jones with the, the topper, you feel me? Like, hey, what a catch. What a catch, man. That was a crucial time, too, because our quarterback just went out. Nick Mullins steps in and throws it up there for, your running back to really make a Moss-type catch. And he did that, man. So shout out to him. I don't know if that's the play that possibly hurt his hip because he did come down kind of hard, man. He was up there. You feel me? He was up there, man. When you're talking about total yards, when you're talking about complete team stats, this game was damn near identical, bruh. Like they had 254 total yards. We had 253. Passing yards, they had 218, but we also forced 3 interceptions with Aaron Rodgers, something that he doesn't do, uncharacteristic for him. And he talked about it. He was saying like, that's just not him. And we made him do that. So credit to the defense, man. In reality, this win all goes to the defense. Okay, we only had 171 pass yards. Rushing yards, we had 82, but we only allowed them to rush for 36 yards. Now, I know in the game, like a couple games ago, when we'll say like the Texans game, they only had like 30-something yards. That was a little different. We got out to like a big lead, so they weren't running the ball as much. This game, we didn't really, 17 points is a decent lead, but 1 touchdown, you're right back in it. So I don't think they had to shy away from the run. I just think the defense did a good job of stopping the run, not allowing them to get into rhythm, not allowing them to kill us on the ground, bro. That's really what it is, man. Shout out to the defense. Shout out my boy Ivan Pace, man. Shout out Dallas Turner, man. There was one sequence there where those 2 guys, man, just made 2 hell of a plays back to back. So shout out to them fellas, man. First downs, 17. They had 17. Third down efficiency, we were 4 for 13. They were 5 for 17. Total plays, we ran 66. They ran 71. They allowed 3 sacks. We allowed 4. We punted 4 times. They punted 6 times. You feel me? Like, this game, time of possession, we had it for 30 minutes and 37 seconds. They had it for 29 minutes and 23 seconds. Listen, this game was, it shows, the score actually shows how close this game was because it was damn near identical. We came out strong in the first half. They came out in the second half. And that's just what it is. This was another game of two halves, bruh. But we found a way to win, man. Shout out to Minnesota Vikings, man. It feels good to be a Vikings fan, man. 5-0, baby. 5-0, man. Hey, look, a lot of fans would not have thought that the Vikings would have been 5-0 going into the bye week. I know I wouldn't have. You feel me, Bill? We got a lot to talk about this week leading up into the weekend where we can sit back and just watch other teams play and go through misery. And some teams that might have looked down this week, they come up on their high horse because they get an incredible win. There's going to be a lot of excitement this weekend. And guess what? As Vikings fans, we get to kick our feet back and just watch, right? Watch, enjoy. It never gets old, bruh. You know, it never gets old. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about it, man. You know, interceptions thrown. They threw 3. We threw 1. Fumbles lost. We lost 1. So even the turnovers, man. Even the turnovers were damn near neck to neck, man, which is crazy. You feel me? But, man, Victory Monday, man. Love a Victory Monday. Let me know what your favorite moment of the game was, man. I'm going to tell you right now, Justin Jefferson gave all the credit to the defense. He gave the defense the points for winning this game. He said if it wasn't for the defense, we weren't winning this game. Van Ginkel, shout out Van Ginkel with a pick 6, man. Van Ginkel's a dog, bruh. Him, you know, shout out to Stephon Gilmore closing the game out with a pick. You got your boy Cameron Bynum with a pick. Cameron Bynum starting to come back around, man. You know, finding himself in position again. The stuff we seen last season. He's starting to get there again. He getting in his bag. Shout out to the defense, man. You know, Van Ginkel and Gilmore just being Brian Flores type guys that have some kind of connection to Brian Flores and they're doing their thing, man. Shout out to that, man. That just shows you that Brian Flores was very intentional on who he wanted to bring into this Minnesota Vikings defense, and he knew these guys would make an impact and make an impact right away. And we seen it, man. Van Ginkel might go down as the best linebacker this year, bro. That's not being crazy, bro. Like literally when it comes to just all around playmaker, bro, Van Ginkel is him, man. You've been ginked, man. You've been ginked. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to the whole defense as a whole. Shout out Brian Flores. Shout out Kevin O'Connell. There's some things we need to go back to the drawing board on, but shout out to the team as a whole, man. I think overall, you find a way to win in London. Although it's considered a neutral site, it seemed like a home game. You find a way to win with all the travel and everything incorporated. You come back 5-0. Now you can relax and go back, man. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Appreciate y'all tapping in. I'll let your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.